Hysterical. BTS's concert in Busan suddenly erupted into chaos after Jimin bravely approached the stage barrier to give away his personal doll charm. However, no one expected that the shocked fan would suddenly pull him closer and kiss Jimin's cheek spontaneously in front of tens of thousands of spectators. The unexpected action immediately triggered a chain reaction throughout the entire stadium, causing BigHit's internal security team to quickly tighten their protection measures. Although Jimin was briefly stunned with wide eyes, his unexpected reaction smiling shyly while touching his cheek has now become a heated global discussion among netizens, with debates surrounding the boundaries of an artist's privacy versus a once-in-a-lifetime moment of incredible luck. Welcome to Jimin Gallery, the home for Park Jimin fans who want to discover all the latest news, interesting facts, and stories behind the world's spotlight on Jimin. Busan, the second day of a spectacular BTS World Tour Arirang concert held at Busan Asiad Main Stadium, has just created a new piece of history that millions of fans around the world will never forget. The stadium, filled with a massive purple ocean created by tens of thousands of armies attending the event, suddenly erupted because of an incredibly unexpected spontaneous moment on stage. The concert atmosphere, which had been running smoothly and emotionally, suddenly transformed into complete hysteria when an extremely close interaction occurred with a fan in the very front row. The shocking incident that captivated both the online world and the live audience centered around one BTS member known for his extraordinary charisma, Park Jimin. During the second night of the Busan concert, Jimin performed with incredible energy and continuously shared his sweet smiles with fans in the festival area. The warm atmosphere that night seemed to make Jimin feel deeply emotional, and he wanted to give something much more personal to his loyal fans who had been waiting since early morning. When the encore songs began, and all BTS members walked around the main stage to greet fans more closely, Jimin decided to approach the stage barrier in the front section. His beautiful eyes focused on one lucky fan who had been calling his name passionately since the beginning of the show. Seeing the fans' sincere enthusiasm, Jimin suddenly stopped right in front of the audience area and crouched down. Unexpectedly, even surprising the security staff standing around the restricted area, Jimin reached for a small doll attached to his pants. The doll was an iconic accessory that he had worn throughout the Arirang concert tour, and held a very meaningful value for fans who had been paying attention to it. With a gentle movement, Jimin removed the doll charm from his pants and extended it directly toward the hands of the fan standing in front of him. The lucky fan appeared completely shocked and remained frozen for several seconds, as if unable to believe the incredible luck happening right in front of them. When Jimin's hand reached out to give the doll, the entire front row area immediately erupted with loud screams from other fans witnessing the rare moment live. However, the biggest surprise of the night had only just begun and was completely beyond anything planned by the agency or concert organizers. Overwhelmed by happiness and unable to contain the emotions of receiving a gift directly from their idol, the fan made a spontaneous and unexpected move. While Jimin was still leaning forward to make sure the doll was received safely, the fan quickly moved closer. Within a brief moment, the fan gave Jimin a quick kiss on the cheek as a heartfelt expression of gratitude. The bold action immediately created an extraordinary chain reaction throughout the stadium, as tens of thousands of fans who noticed what happened screamed in disbelief. Some audience members nearby even covered their mouths because they could not believe what they had just witnessed with their own eyes. The brief and surprising interaction instantly became the most talked-about moment of the second night of the Busan concert. Jimin himself showed a very surprised expression, with his eyes widening for a few moments after the kiss landed on his cheek. However, instead of becoming angry or showing a negative reaction, the Busan-born idol displayed incredible maturity and professionalism as a global superstar. After standing still for a moment from the shock, Jimin immediately revealed his signature shy smile, with his eyes forming adorable crescent shapes. While holding the cheek that had just been kissed, Jimin laughed softly and gave a warm wave toward the fan before standing back up. His sweet and understanding reaction immediately eased the tension that security personnel near the stage had briefly felt. Jimin then slowly stepped backward while continuing to send playful smiles toward the crowd, as if reassuring everyone that everything was perfectly fine. Although Jimin handled the situation calmly and with laughter, BigHit Music's internal security team quickly moved to strengthen safety measures around the stage barrier. Several staff members were seen giving verbal reminders to fans in the front row to maintain a safe distance for everyone's protection. Despite this, the concert atmosphere did not become colder. Instead, it became even more passionate as fans were touched by Park Jimin's kindness and gentle personality. The other BTS members who witnessed the moment, many international fans expressed extreme jealousy and considered the Busan fan the luckiest person in the world that year. They admired the fans' courage while also feeling touched by Jimin's pure reaction, as he showed no anger at all. For many armies, the fact that Jimin gave away his personal doll charm from his pants was already an incredibly precious gift, especially combined with such a rare and unforgettable interaction. However, on the other hand, there were also many fan communities that expressed strong criticism regarding the issue of boundaries and the artist's safety during the concert. They argued that suddenly kissing an idol without clear permission crossed Jimin's personal boundaries and could potentially become dangerous if the situation became uncontrollable. This criticism sparked a lengthy discussion among netizens about the importance of maintaining proper etiquette when interacting directly with a public figure as globally recognized as BTS. The agency itself has not released any official statement specifically addressing the small incident that occurred on the Busan stage. It appears that the management considered the matter resolved during the concert because of Jimin's positive reaction and the absence of any signs that he experienced serious discomfort. The agency's main focus remains on completing the Arirang World Tour, which still has several major cities in different countries left on its schedule. Despite the heated debates taking place across social media, the second day of BTS World Tour Arirang in Busan continued successfully until the very end. All BTS members gave their absolute best during remaining performances, as if proving that the incident had actually given them a new wave of energy. Their stable vocals and sharp choreography were delivered perfectly, with no decrease in performance quality whatsoever. As the concert approached its closing session, Jimin once again delivered a deeply touching message to everyone present at the stadium in his hometown. He expressed how happy he was to return to Busan and experience such incredible warmth from the people who love and support him. Although he did not specifically mention the kiss incident, Jimin repeatedly emphasized that the night was one of the most unforgettable memories of his life. The interaction between Jimin and his devoted fans once again demonstrated the strong emotional connection between BTS and ARMY. This kind of bond is what makes every BTS concert feel magical and eagerly anticipated by millions of people around the world. Jimin's willingness to spontaneously share a personal item showed that he sees his fans not merely as an audience, but as a part of his extended family. As the final song ended and fireworks illuminated the night sky above Busan, fans began leaving the stadium while carrying an extraordinary story with them. Many were still discussing the doll and the cheek kiss moment as they walked toward the stadium exits with bright smiles on their faces. The second night of the concert is expected to be remembered as one of the most iconic moments in the history of the world tour by the group behind the hit song, Dynamite. The small doll that was once attached to Jimin's pants had now changed hands and become one of the most valuable and historic possessions belonging to the lucky fan. Speculation about the fan's identity briefly appeared online, but most communities chose to respect their privacy to avoid creating further issues. Without a doubt, the second night in Busan delivered a sweet stage story filled with surprises, emotions, and unforgettable entertainment for everyone who witnessed it. For Jimin himself, this moment added another unique interaction with fans to his long list of memorable experiences that continue to make him even more loved by the public. His gentle, forgiving